Hey everyone, what is going on? And I have a random question for you guys. Did anyone manage to get the Pokemon Go Fest tickets? I tried for 45 minutes. I was hoping to go. I really want Torkoal. I want to meet some other Pokemon Go trainers. And unfortunately, the site kept on crashing. I wasn't able to get it. I had no luck. So unfortunately, I won't be able to go because I'm certainly not buying a ticket on eBay for like $800 or whatever it is. So, I didn't get one, but hopefully if any of you were looking to go, you got it. And, if anyone got an extra ticket, please keep me in mind. I wouldn't mind buying it from you, whenever I can. I can't pay $500, but I could pay, retail and a little bit extra if anybody got an extra one. Don't give up your one, but, an extra one, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, we're jumping right into the stages, and I am using Mega Pincer on every special stage today just because I've waited so long for Mega Pincer, guys. We all have. We waited over 3 years. I mean, it's ridiculous how long we've waited. It's such a good Mega. It's such a good ability. I'm just going in with full bug combo team. I don't think I've ever used bug combo. Honestly, my Pinsir doesn't have bug combo. It has, a power of 4, but, I just decided to bring that, why can't I think of that one's name? Charger Bug. I decided to bring Charger Bug just because, I have the Shiny Genesect not invested at all, and I have, Pheromosa not invested either. I have a whole level 1 team besides Mega Pincer. This is an easy stage once a day. Super, super easy. So, yeah, it wasn't once a day, excuse me. It was, the Triumph item stage. I always call them once a day stages, but they would Triumph item, but now the special stages, technically farmable, but they're not really good, so you're not gonna farm them. So yeah, that's an easy stage. You probably have it, but if you're really new to the game, you wouldn't have it. So, pick it up. Why not? It should be an easy catch. Moving on, we have Kabutops. Now, I actually went into this one, not realizing it was a time stage, so I was trying to, pick my moves, look for the moves as the time was dwindling down, not really paying attention to it. That actually happens to me a lot. Does that happen to any of you guys? I go into a time stage and I just think it's a move stage. I don't even pay any attention to it. And then eventually, I realize it as I already lost like 15, 20 seconds on the clock, Now, I start to realize, and that's when I start to pick up the pace. Now, Kabutops actually has quite a bit of HP. I mean, you have 2 minutes to be able to handle it, so it's really not that bad. But it isn't the easiest stage in the world, especially if you're not really that great at time stages. This one could actually give you some trouble. The good news is, it's not really a great Pokemon, so if you want it, just pick it up and catch it, and you don't have to play the stage again. You should be able to get it after a couple tries. It depends where you are in the game, I guess, but it really isn't a bad one. I don't think it's really not a bad one, but it isn't a good one. I don't know. It's kind of like in the middle, in between, in my opinion. I think I had trouble on this way back in the day. A lot of HP for Kabutops. Oh, by the way, guys, next Tuesday is my birthday, and I'm actually going to Disney World. So I'm going there from Thursday the 17th until the 22nd. So I'm actually not going to have the new events up immediately. They're going to probably be up Wednesday or Thursday, probably Wednesday. But so they're going to be a little bit late. So I do apologize for that. That's for next week, though. So but we still will get the content out, of course. And now we have Slaking. Now, I expected the stage to be more difficult than it was. I know this is a repeat, and I've played this before, obviously, but I didn't remember it, and I just expected it to be so tanky and have so much HP, but it hardly has any HP. Well, yeah, it has like 11,000, and for like a Slaking, you kind of expect it to have the Snorlax type of HP, it's such a big Pokemon, it's such a lazy Pokemon, and, but not the case. Maybe because it's not really a good Pokemon. It has Risk Taker, which is a mediocre ability nowadays, but on a normal type, it's not good. So, this is one that you're not going to, use at all, unless if you're going for like a double normal team. Then I could see him, taking up a spot on the team maybe, but other than that, yeah, you're not really going to, use this. Even on double normal, I don't even think you'd use this. There's just better options. So, not really a good Pokemon, but, it's not that bad, so you might as well catch it. Why not? I mean, if you need it, but if you have it already, don't even worry about the personalized skill boosters, guys. You're not going to want to farm this one at all. So yeah, that is Slaking. So really cool to have that back. I don't think that's been available in quite some time, actually. So nice to have it. And yeah, as I said, we do get a personalized skill booster, but not a big deal. Not gonna matter. Not gonna farm it. So moving on, we have Keldeo, and this Keldeo has Block Smash, or it could be Skill Swap to Flash Mob. Flash Mob used to be good. Outclass now, it's really not a great ability. I mean, there's just a lot better options. A lot of the time, you don't even want to use all of one type of Pokemon. You might want to change things up. You might want to use, different types that are super effective. So that's why Typeless Combo is so good, compared to like some of the other multipliers. So, you're not going to use a Flash Mob Pokemon, I don't think. Maybe it's good early on, but again, it takes a skill swap. It's not worth the skill swap. So, totally recommend skipping over this one. This actually had quite a bit of HP, more HP than I expected, to be honest with you, just because it is one of the earlier events. I don't know how early. It wasn't available from day one, but it was early. So, I expected it to not have this much HP. As I said, I didn't remember the stage. I'm going in with a classic team, a classic duo, Shaman and Blossom, So really, really cool to use Sleep Charm and Mind Zap again. It has a high countdown, so or a relatively high countdown, so Mind Zap definitely going to help out. Sleep Charm obviously is going to help out. So if you have them invested, you could definitely go ahead and do that. But if you have them invested, chances are you already have Keldeo, so you're not going to have to play the stage. Yeah, Ampharos is an early Mega, so you can definitely go in with Mega Ampharos. If you have a block shot or even Block Smash Plus, because it does have quite a bit of HP, I guess, but you also do have a lot of moves, so hopefully you could knock this one out and catch it. But again, not really a great Pokemon, so you're not going to be able to do it. And Blossom and Shaman still make a good team, even though they were nerfed quite a bit ago. And the reason they're still good together is because maybe you don't have the 4 or 5 match of Blossom, but you will of Shaman, and vice versa. So that's why they still work well together. I don't use them that much, so I decided to use them for this stage. And how awesome does Mega Pinsir look, guys? I can't get over that. I am so happy. I am so thrilled to finally have all of the Megas in the game. I'm freaking out, guys. I'm like a fangirl. I can't get it, so I can't, control myself. How, around celebrities, some people do that, Well, that's this for me. Mega Pinsir is my celebrity right now. But moving on, we do have Winking Zoom Barrel, and this one doesn't have a lot of HP either, so I believe you could pick up this one. I mentioned it in my discussion video. It's not a good Pokemon. It doesn't have a great ability. It has full power, which does more damage on a match of 4, but I think it has a low activation rate. But it could come in handy if you're really early on into the game, if you don't have some of those really powerful, highly invested Pokemon, this could definitely do okay for you. I personally, but it's really not that great. So, it's one that you're going to replace, even if you do get some use out of it. So, I just decided to try and finish up by activating full power, but see, it didn't go off. So, I'm probably not going to activate much. Definitely don't farm this. This is not one worth farming. Full power is definitely not worth it to farm. Yeah, you don't want to waste your hearts on this stage at all. Trust me. And yeah, so that's an S rank. And yeah, that was an easy one. And now we have the most difficult stage in the batch, of course, Tapu Fini. Now, I did this item list of, you could do this. You don't need the final effort Pikachu. You could do it itemless with like a Tapu Koko fully invested, and Meganium is definitely a good way to go. Mega Deontay is better for this stage, but I have I have the Mega Pinsir just because I said I wanted to use Mega Pinsir, in every stage this week, just because it's, I just have to do it. I just have to do it. So I had to showcase Mega Pinsir. I've been wanting to showcase it for quite a bit, even though it has the same ability as a lot of other Pokemon. It's a tapper, so it's really good, and it Mega evolves so quick. But yeah, so definitely Mega Deontay if you have it fully sped up. I totally recommend that one. Especially, it has to be fully sped up because you want to Mega Evolve immediately or within 1 or 2 turns if you can. So, I didn't think I'd be able to do this one itemless, and then I realized that I had the Pikachu invested. As I said, it is possible without the Pikachu. Well, it's not possible for me without the Pikachu because I don't have the patience for it, but it is possible to do. I feel like this is probably the most difficult of the Guardian Pokemon to do itemless. Tapu Koko is probably the easiest. Lele would be tough if it wasn't for Litwick, with Final Effort. I'm not sure about Bulu. That should be coming back soon. Maybe next week or maybe the week after. I don't know. As I said, I'm not sure about Bulu. I don't really remember too well. But that one might be tough, but I feel like this is probably the most, difficult one, at least for me. You guys might disagree. And, if you're early on, I've mentioned it with Tapu Koko. If you really want Fini, you have to do the fill item attempt. Judge it how you will, just because you might feel like you might not be able to beat this stage. And if you don't think you could beat it, or if you don't think you could beat it with a lot of moves left, don't even go into it because you don't want to waste all those coins. And you don't need Tapu Fini. It's good with typeless combo, but if you can't even beat this with items or can't catch it, you're not going to be able to farm it for typeless combo. It's just not worth it in my opinion. I mean, only unless if you can beat it, So I hope you guys understand. It's a tough stage. It's a tough ultra challenge. It's really not a fun one. So, it takes like 4 to 5 minutes to beat, or at least it did for me. So, even if I wanted to farm it, which I don't, it would take that long each time. I just wouldn't be able to do it. So yeah, I wouldn't farm this one. I did farm Coco a little bit last week. I said I wasn't going to, but I decided to do it for a little bit and got its skill a little bit high, but it's still not at skill level 5. I stopped at skill level 2 actually, so I really didn't do much. But yeah, it's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, this is Tapu Fini, so a good Pokemon. I remember all these Guardian Pokemon. I went full items on all of them just because I knew the catches were very low, the catch rate. So you don't want to go full items and, have like a 20% catch in a Great Ball or something, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but you don't want to do something like that. So yeah, if you feel like you can beat it and catch it, because I know people even last week were commenting on my video saying, I went full items on Tapu Koko and I used 4 Great Balls and I still wasn't able to catch it. You don't want to be one of those, trust me. Luckily I wasn't on any of these back when I had to catch them, but, I feel like it's gonna happen to some of you. It's unfortunate, believe me, it's unfortunate. I understand. I know these Pokemon are cool, you want them, but, yeah. So that's Tapu Fini for you. Moving on, we have Rayquaza. I have no idea why I have Zygarde complete on the team. I knew I wasn't going to come down to the last few moves on this stage. I remember Rayquaza from Survivor Mode, and this one is obviously easier than Survivor Mode. The special stages are always easier. So then the main stages when they have these Raise Max level challenges. So yeah, you could definitely farm Rayquaza for a shout out, and I totally recommend it. You should totally do it if you don't have yours invested. It's definitely a good Pokemon. You guys know how good shout out is. You have to skill swap it, of course, so definitely farm it if you didn't with the level max challenge. But you could also get Raise Max levels, but if you did do it with the level max challenge, I don't think it's worth playing just to try and get extra Raise Max levels. I wouldn't do it. By the way, the mid-month challenge is currently going on, so don't forget to do that. I'm gonna do that right after this video uploads. But we do knock out Rayquaza. That was probably the fastest event Pokemon we had this week. So it is cool to have Rayquaza back for those that want to farm it, because as I said, it is good. You guys know it. You guys know how good shout out is. How many times have I used Rayquaza, right? So definitely go ahead and catch it if you don't have it, or Yeah, farm it. Anyway, moving on to the final stage, Landorus. This is a once a day stage. It can drop a Mega Speed Up, and it does drop personalized skill boosters. You can skill swap it to Ground Forces. Now, Ground Forces is good, but it's not as good as Typeless Combo. However, I understand not everybody has Typeless Combo. I actually probably made a mistake over here. I waited for all of this stuff to, the combo to stop, basically, so I can get the 5-match of Ash Greninja. Probably not the best way to go, but, you know, we actually do get a Mega Speed Up, so that's definitely nice. Came close on this one, just because I guess I waited at the beginning. Probably not the best way to go, as I said, but that's okay. Still able to beat it. These genies were tough for me back before like Shoutout came out. You know, I wasn't even able to beat them itemless, so I totally understand if you have trouble with this. I may make it look easy, but you know it's not easy. So if you're you know, maybe early on, or you'll have some of these Pokemon that you see in the game, or some other strong ones, but hopefully you do. And yeah, so as I said, Mega Speed Up and Personalized Skill Booster. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.